live from Palin Music Studios in Springfield, Missouri. It's Wake Up with Greg. Here's your host, Greg.
Good morning, friends, and welcome to Wake Up with Greg. I'm your host, Greg Rosander with Palin Music Center. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning, and I'm happy to be here with you today. 65 degrees this morning. Can you believe that? It's like, I know they're teasing us. It's pretending that fall is already here. Because yesterday was the first day of school, and or for a lot of us around here anyway. And so it's like it's feeling like fall today, but I know it's not going to last. It's going to get hot again next week. But we'll take it, we'll enjoy it, we'll have some fun with it. So good morning to you. Welcome to the show. Happy to have you with me today. We are here to share the internet's coolest instruments with you. I've got kind of a redo, maybe a rewind, I don't know what you want to call it. So you've probably seen these horns before, but it's been a while since I've shown them. So I'm pretty excited to share them with you today. And then got some other fun stuff planned. So who are we? What are we? Why are we doing this? We are here every weekday morning, 8:30 a.m. Central Time, as I said, to share these cool instruments with you. And these are instruments you can purchase on our website at palinmusic.com or by giving us a call at 417-882-7006 or by checking out our Reverb page at reverb.com. In addition to all the cool instruments, we share music and wisdom and fun and laughter, and sometimes we talk about art, books, food, travel, you name it, we'll talk about it, whatever we got going on today. Got a few of my regulars on the show already this morning, Mom and Max and Mike. Good morning, friends. Welcome to the show. So that's who we are, that's what we're doing. We'll have some fun with it today. Today's Wednesday, so I got the pink flamingos rocking today. You got to wear pink on Wednesdays, right? You know, if you know, you know. In addition to that, we've got the live stream chat going on, which is how we get to have the most fun on this show by interacting with each other. You can leave your comments or ask your questions. I can give you a shout out, and we can talk about all the cool things that you're seeing today, and have some fun with it. So please, on the chat, be polite, be clean, appropriate, family friendly. Let's not bog the chat down with anything inappropriate or, no political or religious stuff on there, folks. Let's keep it fun, right? Okay, so hit the like button, the comment, the subscribe, the share, all those, the bell icon. You can do all of that. We're in the 1500s. We're going to be there for a while, I'm sure, but we'll get to the 1510s and 20s and 30s with subscribers. The more you share, the more we get. The more you subscribe, the more you know. So that's kind of that's the story, and I'm sticking to it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun. I got something in my eye here. I hope I'm not blinding myself. All right, let's dig into some horns today. But before we do all that, we've got the fun bits that we got to do. We got to say good morning to Jordan. Good morning, Jordan.
Hey, good morning.
How are you, brother?
Doing well.
Good. Did you enjoy the weather this morning?
Yeah, it was almost cold.
I know, right? Yeah, I was driving with the windows down. It was like I got on the freeway, I had to roll them back up. It's like, ooh, this is kind of cold.
Yeah, but I love it.
Me too, and I love my coffee. Gets me going. Back to tea today?
Got tea today.
Got to tea. All right, no kombucha.
No kombucha.
Kombucha or whatever that was. All right, so I guess we might as well just do this, right?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. Can you tell us about your shirt and watch?
Shirt and watch. I mentioned the shirt a little bit already. Got my pink flamingos on today. I'll get a little closer. You can see all the little flamingo guys. Very classic, kind of got that MCM or mid-century modern vibe to it. Caribbean is the brand. This was a gift, I believe, from my Aunt Janie. Thank you, Aunt Janie. Love you. And that's the shirt. Not a whole lot to say about it other than it's got cool pink flamingos on it. And then the watch, haven't worn this one in a while. This is one of my Fossil tank watches with the cream colored dial on there, right? Okay, Fossil. Got the steel case, leather band, leather strap. All right, so that is the watch. We call it a wrist check in the watch world, or, just tell me about your watch. All right. Any guys out there wearing cool watches? I'm In the market for another one, always am. I don't know why, I'm crazy about it. But I've got my eyes on a couple. Maybe I'll share the ones that I'm interested in. You should tell me which one I should get next. That would be fun. Ooh, discovered yesterday. You know, the Hey Dude shoes.
Yeah.
It's kind of, the cool shoe of the moment.
Yeah.
They released 2 Hot Wheels edition Hey Dudes. So
I'm gonna get those.
I got some Hey Dude, Hot Wheel Hey Dudes in my future.
Oh yeah.
For those of you who don't know, I'm a Hot Wheel collector. You can probably see on the set behind me, I got a few Hot Wheels here. Been collecting Hot Wheels my whole life. If you're interested in that, that's another topic for another day. We can certainly spend hours talking about Hot Wheels. But this is a music show about musical instruments, so we're gonna jump into them now. We've talked about the shirt and watch, that's all done. Let's dig into it, shall we? Yes. Got my Mickey Mouse gloves on today, to prevent things from getting all fingerprinty. Arnell is back this morning. Good morning. Welcome to the show. We got some cool Adams brand instruments today. So we've got some brass instruments. There's the Adams logo. They all come in these really amazing Guard bags. Guard bags are a European company. Just make super high quality, very classic, very protective gig bags. And this is real leather on these guys, folks. They don't do anything cheap over there. Adams brass instruments come from the Netherlands, and we've had some folks watching from the Netherlands before. We've got people watching from all over the world. So that's why I ask when you're on the chat, let me know where in the world you are. Where are you watching from? We are in Springfield, Missouri, right in the heart of the good old USA here. But we had an interesting one from Sri Lanka the other day, and we've had them from Philippines and Australia and New Zealand and England and I don't know if we've actually had anybody from France yet. I'll have to go back and look. Norway, Finland, Sweden. I think we had somebody from like South Africa. I don't know. All right, let's talk about the horn, shall we? We have an absolutely stunning Adams A1 trumpet here, guys. 100% beauty in everything that you can see. This gorgeous gold satin finish. I mean, it just screams luxury when you look at it. This is such a beautiful horn. This is made in the Netherlands, like I said, handmade. And so what do we have? What's all the specs here? Let me grab my cheater sheet here. This is a medium-large bore, a 460 bore. We have the 2-piece valve casing with the nickel-silver balusters up top, and then the yellow brass valve section at the bottom. We have a gold brass lead pipe. Little kind of hard to tell in this satin finish. There's just a slight color variation between the two. So you've got the gold brass lead pipe with the yellow brass bell. Like we've said multiple times, the gold brass has more copper content in it. So it's going to add a kind of a richness, a darkness to the sound. That is just beautiful. This is a traditional tuning slide in its setup, but in its shape, we have an asymmetrical tuning slide as well as the bell crook on the back. A unique design to Adams, gives it a really kind of a combination between that C shape and the angular D shape. So you get the best of both worlds with that, right? So very smooth, free-blowing sound. You get the Saturn style water keys, which are really cool. Just a little twist. I don't know if you can see that, a little twist there to release the moisture inside. And stainless steel pistons, which stainless steel, Monel, they're all nickel silver, they're all great options. Stainless steel is kind of a higher grade option, I would say. But then we've got the first thumb ring, third slide ring, and then a full ring up top as well. Anytime you get, and these are kind of pretty thick, heavy brass, so when you're adding that additional material, you're adding mass to the horn, which improves the resonance of the horn, gives you just a really nice, rich tone to it. So nice heavyweight mouthpiece receiver there as well. So this is the Adams A1. We've got a 4.9 inch diameter bell on that one. So pretty good sized bell. Great multi-purpose, very versatile horn. You can do just about anything with this one. Anything from jazz to classical, rock to pop, you name it, you can do it. Not a lot of fancy engraving, but there is the Adams logo there. I don't know if you can see that. Try to get the angle on there. Okay, and get the Adams logo. And then one of the most beautiful features are the top finger buttons. These natural wood inlays on the finger buttons. I think it's rosewood. It could be a walnut burl. They don't specify on the Adams site, so they just say it's a natural wood. So a very beautiful grain on those. Just an elegant, this is just an elegant horn. It's just so beautiful, so well proportioned. The colors, the feel, the sound. I'm not a trumpet player, so I can't really, do that for you. I don't want to embarrass myself or you by making some screechy noises on these things. But this is the Adams A1. This is their flagship, their first pro model, and it is a killer horn, guys. So you can check this right now on the website at palinmusic.com or by giving me a call at 417-882-7006, or check out our reverb page at reverb.com, and you can take this one home today. Arnell is in San Francisco. It's early out there, 6:40 a.m. Well, I appreciate you being up that early to check out the show, Arnell. Thank you so much. I do love San Francisco. It's been a hot minute since I've been there. What is it, Lombard Street? Is that the really curvy, one of the curviest roads in the world there in San Francisco? I love that place. Chinatown, go get some great Chinese food. Fisherman's Wharf. I was abandoned at Fisherman's Wharf as a child. Mom, if you're watching, you should remember that story. I was, 4 or 5 years old, something like that. My grandmother was supposed to be watching me. We were all there as a family, whatever. And next thing I know, my family's gone. I'm just standing there wondering where my family is. And fortunately, this very nice Hispanic couple rescued me and took care of me while my mom discovered that I was gone and decided to come back and find me. So it was kind of fun. Could I bring John G. in to demo those horns? I'd love to. John, he's just over there in Bentonville. I don't know if he's watching this morning, but come on over, John, and try out these horns. You can be on the show, and we can have a good time. Yes, my mom does say she remembers that well. Yeah, abandoning me at Fisherman's Wharf in San Francisco. So great memories of San Francisco for sure, and I'd love to get back there. It's a beautiful city. So, all right, so that's horn number 1. Let's set this one aside and pick up horn number 2.
All right. Before horn number 2, can you recommend some music to us?
I can recommend some music for you today. This one was inspired by one of my good friends. I don't know if he's watching today. Peyton, if you're out there, this one's for you, brother. Peyton Palin, very close friend of mine, part of the Palin family. Out doing his own thing now, but Vincent is here. Good morning, Vincent. Good to see you, brother. And he introduced me to this artist, and so I wanted to share it with you today. I was thinking of doing something trumpet related, but I just wasn't finding the groove this morning. And then I was just kind of scrolling through my liked songs on my Spotify and found this one. The artist is Sean Martin. The song is called The Yellow Jacket, and the album is called 7 Summers. So Sean Martin is a keyboardist, piano player extraordinaire, multi-Grammy award-winning artist. He's played with many people. Let me just give you a list here. Kirk Franklin, Snarky Puppy, Shaka Khan, Erykah Badu, Fred Hammond, Yolanda Adams. God's Property, just to name a few. This particular album was his first solo project, and man, it's just a great, fun song. It's really upbeat, energetic, and again, I can't play it for you. I'm sorry, I wish I could, but just trust me, it's a beautiful song. It's a lot of fun. The keyboard work is outstanding on it. So check out Sean Martin, the album 7 Summers, and the song The Yellow Jacket. I'm adding it right now to the Wake Up with Greg playlist that I've created for you folks to listen to on Spotify. Arnell, would Louis Armstrong have played a trumpet like those? I'm sure he would have. Louis Armstrong, in his early days, played a Selmer trumpet, interestingly enough. The first one I remember, of course, and I think probably started out on cornet, actually. But I remember he actually had a signature model Selmer trumpet, and it was, if you can find one out there, they're supremely cool because they're super streamlined. The standard trumpets are somewhat tall in their build, but these Selmer horns that he played early on were really short and long and skinny, really, I don't know, Art Deco, aerodynamic, I don't know what you want to call it, but they were just extremely cool. If you can find them out there, they are a lot of fun. And he's played multiple horns over the years. I don't know where he ended up in his career when I think he passed in the late 70s, 1978, somewhere around there. America's ambassador to the world for music. What a legend, of course, in the industry. But yeah, that's an interesting topic to kind of look up. Arnell, while you're there, Google it. Find out what Louis Armstrong played. I'd be curious to know. Other than the ones that I mentioned. So, but I'm sure, if he had the opportunity, I don't think Adams was around at the time when he was, but I'm sure he loved a good sounding horn, so he would have certainly at least given it a shot for sure. John might have a recording on YouTube. Well, I'm sure he probably does. I'll have to check it out. All right, so I'm getting off track here, but that's what's fun, right? We're having the chat. We're having some fun. Sean Martin, Seven Summers, The Yellow Jacket. Check it out on Spotify right now. That's my musical choice for the day. You're gonna love it. If you don't, I would be very surprised, and you would have to tell me why you don't like it, because I think you're gonna love it. So there you go. All right. Cheers.
Sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Next horn now.
Next horn. Sticking with the Adams family. Doodly-dee. All right. Case looks identical to the previous one, but the horn is going to look completely different, other than that it's still a trumpet. So what have we here? We have the Adams A4. And I've said this before on this show. If I were a trumpet player and I was in the market for a new trumpet, this would be the horn for me. This, I believe, hands down, the most beautiful trumpet ever made on the planet. With the exception of maybe like a Con 40B Vocabell from the 30s. If you haven't seen one of those, you need to check those out because they're stunning. They're just elaborately engraved, but the Vocabell is really cool because it doesn't have a rim on the bell. You see how this has that kind of rolled over lip? I don't even know if you can see on the screen there. See that? Well, the Vocabell does not have that, so it's just straight out brass. The valve casings are kind of hexagonal shaped. The pistons are still round on the inside, but the exterior, and all of the water keys and everything are kind of integrally, fit in. Anyway, I'm talking about a horn that I don't have or can't show you, so, but check it out, the Con Vocabell trumpet, Vocabell. Anyway, all right, so the most beautiful modern horn, there we go, we'll qualify that. This guy right here, this is the Adams A4. Dude, and this is a heavyweight horn. I don't know the actual weight on it, but it is chunky. So you gotta do those morning arm workouts to make sure you can hang on to this horn, because it is solid all the way around. So what do we have on this one? We have a gold brass hand-hammered one-piece bell with a 5.5-inch bell. So big, powerful flare on there. You're going to get projection out the wazoo. I was going to say out the wazoo. This is a large bore horn. This is a 490? No, 472 large bore on this. The valve cluster is still two-piece with the nickel silver balusters at the top, but then you've got solid bronze on the valve casing, which we know with bronze, it's a really rich resonant sound. Everything's heavyweight on it. You've got heavyweight bottom nickel silver valve caps, heavyweight top valve caps. You've got the beautiful solid brass buttons at the top with the wood inlays. Heavyweight rings on all of your first, third, and pinky rings there. This is this reverse? Nope, still a traditional tuning slide. And the tuning slide on that is nickel silver on that. So check that out, right? Still have that asymmetric design with the Amato style water key, the little push button water key on there. But this is a soloist horn. This is a fantastic horn for any kind of professional solo work that you're doing. Great for both, a classical environment or a jazz environment. This would be a great jazz horn for sure. Miles Davis played a large bore horn, the Martin Committee, I think it was. Heavyweight mouthpiece receiver on there. So lots and lots and lots of added mass to make this horn weigh about 4,000 pounds. But all of that mass transfers into resonance and power in the sound of the horn. And this is, John, I don't know if you played this horn when you came in. I don't know if John's watching today, but I don't think he played this one. Maybe he did. I don't know. But we did. We've got a local player, Corey, that picked one of these up a few months back, and said it's the best horn he's ever played. So maybe I'll get him in here to do a demo, because he's fantastic. We've got a few demos coming up, I think, with Tim Wooten on some Schilke horns. So you stay tuned for those. Charlie just sent me one this morning, so I don't know if that means it's getting ready to post or has been posted or what. But be sure to check out all of our socials, Instagram, Facebook, of course, YouTube. We've got 6 different channels on YouTube now. So lots of sources for great musical information and fun. So check them out. So this, guys, as I've said, in my opinion, the most beautiful trumpet probably ever made, but certainly in the modern era, just an absolute stunner. And you can get these, in other finishes. You can get them in a polished finish, or you can get them in the silver plated and whatnot. But this satin, just the feel of it, everything is just gorgeous about this horn. And the way it sounds, oh my gosh. Guys, buy this horn. You need this in your life. Take this one home today. Check out our website, palinmusic.com. Give me a call, 417-882-7006. Check out our Reverb page and mention the show, and I'll give you a sweet smoking deal on this horn as well, because I want this to go to a new home. Check out, everything that is just, it's so artistically done. It's, man. I'm going to switch to playing trumpet, man. Forget the saxophones. I'm converted. I'm going to pick up the trumpet and learn how to play it. So, Mom, I need a new trumpet. I'll send you to the link to this one. Of course, I don't know for a beginning player that this would be the horn to start out on, but might be a little daunting to try to begin your trumpet career on a horn like this. But certainly, if you are a player in the know and you are capable of handling a horn of this caliber, you definitely want to get your hands on it. So there we go. That's the Adams A4. Simple numbers to remember, A1, A4, and the last horn coming up is going to be just as simple. All right.
All right, while you grab that last horn, can you get ready to show us something cool?
Show you something cool. Yep, I can do that. I got a film for you today, and apologies off the bat if I've repeated myself. I don't remember showing this one on the show before, but if I have, it's worth repeating because it's a great film. So, what am I talking about? Who am I talking about? What is this? Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. So when I share films, I like to share films that either have something to do with music, have a great soundtrack, have a great score, or the story itself is music related. And this one has every bit of it. It's got a fantastic soundtrack, it has a fantastic story about music. So you've got these two characters, Nick and Nora. Nick played by Michael Cera, who's fantastic, and Nora played by Kat Denning, who absolutely love. She's funny, she's gorgeous, she can do it all. But they are, I think they play like either seniors in high school or maybe, early college, I don't know. But Nick is, he's a romantic at heart. He keeps creating these playlists for his playlist and like on CDs actually, for his girlfriend, and they've broken up, and so he keeps sending her these different ones. And she doesn't care about them, she chucks them away, but Nora finds them and has been collecting them and loves the music that Nick has been putting on it. And so the two end up finally meeting, and he's in a band, and they both have a love for this particular, kind of underground band called Where's Fluffy. And they're one of those bands that, they never announce where they're going to be, but they do it secretly through clues hidden amongst the city and different things. So they go on this like wild treasure hunt, goose chase to try to track down where the band Where's Fluffy is playing in New York. Super secret concert, but if you're in the know, you can get in there. So it's a comedy, but is there really dramatic? No, it's mostly just a comedy. There's some adult themes in there, so be careful if the kiddos are around, but man, the music is great, the story is fun, and it kind of just talks to the power of music and how music can bring people together, and the camaraderie that you have in sharing the same music and enjoying the same artists and whatnot. And it's just a big part of life. In fact, the tagline on this says, "Every night has a soundtrack." So this movie takes place in like one full kind of 24-hour period in their pursuit to find the band Where's Fluffy. So it's extremely cool. It's so much fun. Michael Cera's hilarious. Kat Denning, she's got awesome comedy chops as well. And there's a whole bunch of other guest actors and artists in the film as well. Make little cameo appearances. So check it out, Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. It's funny because the Nick and Nora, the two characters' names, I don't know if they just did this randomly or if they actually thought about it and pulled them from the Thin Man series movies of the 1930s, starring William Powell and Myrna Loy, some of our favorite classic films. And the characters in those films are Nick and Nora. So there you go, just a little bit of a movie history trivia for you there. Hey, Uncle Ken's on the show. I haven't seen you on the show in a while, brother. Welcome, love you too. Thank you for being here. All right, so that's Nick and Nora's Infinite Playlist. All right, I got one more for you. One more beautiful instrument. You're back. Where'd you go? You didn't know he was gone, but I noticed he disappeared. Jordan.
It doesn't matter where I went.
It doesn't matter where Jordan went. He had to take care of something important. Let's just say that. So we got a little bit bigger case here this time, which means we got a bigger horn. And I've got a few of these in stock that need homes. So call me. Get to the website. Get to Reverb. Oh, did I just? No, that's all right. And take one of these home with you today. This is the Adams F1, not F1 as in Formula One, although that would be kind of cool too. Can't grab the zipper there. There we go. We got it. F standing for flugelhorn. All right. Also, a runner-up for most beautiful horn in the world, right? Adams knows what they're doing. This is the Adams F1 flugelhorn. So what is a flugelhorn? A flugelhorn is, it's its own instrument, but it's also a modified trumpet. They've taken a trumpet and tried to mellow it out, I guess would be a way of saying that. So you've got a much larger bell with a larger bell throat, but this is a medium large bore horn, so it's not a large bore. You've got one piece valve casing there with the yellow brass. The bell is a rose brass nickel silver combination bell. So you can see the delineation there between the rose brass and the nickel silver. So with the nickel silver flare, that just adds a bit of brightness and edge to the tone to brighten up what you get with the rose brass. 6.5-inch bell on there, so nice big bell. You can get these with a little bit even larger bell. I think you can get a 7-inch bell, or you can get it down to a 6-inch bell. Very customizable. All of these horns, by the way, from Adams are customizable. You can add, subtract, multiply, and divide all the different parts and pieces on them. This one has the nickel silver on the tuning slides, and this has the the third slide trigger. You can see that. Woo! Very smooth trigger on that, by the way. Interesting, I didn't notice this till just now. We've got a heavyweight valve cap on the bottom of the third valve, but not on the other two. So I'll have to dig into the purpose for that, but that's something I just noticed. The engraving, again, just the Adams logo, very elegant. What else? We've got stainless steel pistons on these as well. Yeah. So is it gold brass? No, that's just yellow brass. Okay. Yellow brass tubing, yellow brass, and then the finger buttons. I kind of wish they'd done the wood finger buttons on these, because I think it would just set it off a little bit more. But we've just got the solid brass finger buttons, which in and of itself is very elegant, but see, they're very thin. That's very nice. This is just an elegant horn. It's very beautiful, very smooth action on the pistons, very quiet. You've got the, which is typical of what is this? A flugelhorn. So for your tuning, as opposed to having the tuning slide that you would have on your first, or on your, is it the first? I don't know. I'm getting all upside down now, but for the flugelhorn, for your tuning, setting your proper intonation there, you've got the extendable lead pipe there, which allows you to set the tuning on there for more comfort and ease of use. So a very limited bracing, so you've got a very resonant, free-flowing bell, just a single brace down here holding the third slide cluster, and then yeah, just there you go. That is the F1. This is top grade. All of these are top professional grade instruments, all handmade in the Netherlands, and they are just beautiful, folks. You need to check these out. Take one home with you today. Look at that beautiful bell. These satin finish horns, guys, that's the look right there. That's the one you want. If you want something that is beautiful and elegant and sounds as good as it looks, these are the horns for you. Check out Adams. Live on the website right now, palinmusic.com, or give me a call, 417-882-7006. What's that? There's a number there, F10.45. That must have to do with the lead pipe, the nickel silver lead pipe there. But there's more details there that I don't have. But anyway, there it is. Put it back in its nice little sock to prepare it to ship to you right now. palinmusic.com, 417-882-7006, reverb.com. What other sources out there? Check out all of our socials. You can find them everywhere. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. I'm stuck. There we go. All right. We got it going now. Do-wah-doo-dee-booby-doo. Oops, I just said booby-doo. Don't listen to me. Yes, listen to me, but don't listen to me. You know, do as I, what is it? What's the saying? Do as I say, not as I do. Something like that.
You did say booby-doo.
I did say booby-doo. I say some weird things from time to time. And we have a tradition around this company of recording what we call Daniel-isms. Daniel Job, gentleman who used to work for us, still does in a accounting capacity, or a, I don't know, legal capacity. Anyway, famous for saying just some really random stuff that never really made sense. You know, getting just little quotes and phrases upside down or backwards. And And anytime anybody else in the company does it, we make a record of it, and we have this list of Danielisms. So I think I'm on there a few times. I've said some weird stuff over the years. But, we like to have fun that way. So, yeah. All right, well, that's the third horn of the day. What's left for us, Mr. Jordan?
Can you share some wisdom with us?
All right. This wisdom comes from an amazing, heralded as one of the greatest rock guitarists, heavy metal guitarists of all time. I know, what's this horn guy talking about heavy metal guitarists for? Well, I mean, he was a legend, and sadly and tragically, we lost him very early in his life. The gentleman's name is Dimebag Darrell. Dimebag is a nickname, of course, Darrell. I didn't get the rest of his actual given name on here, but for those of you in the know, you've heard of Dimebag Darrell. If you're not in the know, you should look him up. American musician, of course, guitarist for the heavy metal groups Pantera and Damage Plan are two of his most well-known groups. Sadly, I mean, and like I said, tragically, murdered on stage during a performance. I mean, a guy just came up, rushed the stage, and shot him multiple times, and shot and killed him instantly. He killed the security guard, and then it was one of those kind of mass shooting kind of things. I want to say it was in Minnesota. I can't remember where exactly. Forgive me if it wasn't. I don't want to disparage Minnesota, but yeah, it was an absolutely tragic deal. And I think the story goes, Eddie Van Halen, who we also recently lost, put one of his personal guitars in with Dimebag in his coffin, as a tribute. I think it's like the Killer Bee guitar, whatever. It's like black and yellow or whatnot that Dimebag just loved. So you can look up that story, the legend of that. But so here's what Dimebag said about music. He said, "Music drives you. It wakes you up. It gets you pumping. And at the end of the day, the correct tune will chill you down." I mean, it's simple. It's not a deep thought by any stretch of the imagination, but it's very true. Music drives you. It drives me. I can't go through a day without music. I need it to wake me up. I need it to chill me down. I need it for just about everything in my life. And so, yeah, I don't go through a day without music. And if I do, something ain't right. So, yeah, music drives you. It wakes you up. It gets you pumping. I mean, think of everybody who's got a workout mix that they listen to get you pumped for working out. I mean, you need it. You got to have it to do that kind of stuff. And then at the end of the day, the correct tune will chill you down. You need that stuff to kind of ease the mind, take away the cares and woes of the world. Thank you, Dimebag Darrell, for that quote. And yeah, rest in peace, brother. That's just I knew bits of the story, but when I checked it out this morning, I didn't realize that he was just freaking murdered on stage. I mean, it's insane. So anyway, all right. Well, there you go. That's my wisdom for the day. That's my quote. We got old Charlie Parker in here barging through the door, making noise. So we'll just say good morning to Charlie. Good morning. Good morning, Charlie. All right. Max is here. Respect. Walk. Are you talking to me? Yeah, I'm talking to you. All right. Arnell's Beautiful Instruments. Thank you. Appreciate that. And so that's the show, guys. We're going to wrap this up and get started on our day and hope that you are getting a great start to your day by being here. We'll be back tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. Central right here on our Palin Music Band and Orchestra channel. So check us out. Let me leave you with this one parting thought. Helping people make meaningful music is what we do. And when you're ready, I'm here for you too. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a good day. Bye-bye.